Actually, no, I'm not going to remake the same video with just a few new details here and there. Let's make this some kind of expansion video, adding my current thoughts and the update that happened after the moveset video of each character. The game haven't even come out yet, so nah, I can do whatever I want. Okay? Okay. Alright, take two. Warrior of Light, starting as a concept of unnamed hero in Final Fantasy 1, first seen in the CG cutscene in the PS1 port, and finally become the real character in Dissidia. And for the record, I'm refused to call his full title for the entire video. It's too mouthful, man. For the sake of my sanity, let's call him WOW for now. Unless if real WOW from MOBA's Final Fantasy comes to Dissidia, then we have to actually give him other name. In the past game, WOW was the ultimate jack of all stats. He had both physical and magical attack, average offense, defense, and mobility. He is that typical balance in every way main protagonist. Well, except the fact that he had 4 HP chain attack, which I think is pretty busted. I actually like him a lot. He was in my main team in Dissidia Duodecim and considered as my third most played character of the game. But is he still walking on the middle road all the way to the arcade version? Let's embark on the adventure to collect 4 crystals of the elements and join me in Warrior of Light, Warrior Spotlight. WOW has been considered as the character for beginners since the launch of the game, and that includes both newcomer of the series and a fan of the original as well. His moveset is really straightforward and so simple that his moveset video is the shortest compared to other characters. Actually no, it's because it's the first video and I barely have any idea to make it more informative. But even if I make his video now, I'm pretty sure it's going to be shorter than 5 minutes. He has one pretty minor mechanic that only links to 2 attacks and that's it. All the attacks can be explained in literally 1 or 2 sentences. While WOW is still a balanced and versatile character like before, he might be the only character that have unique role that didn't share with any other 20 characters. He is the only real tank in the entire game. Might as well just give him a new title, Warrior of Light, the Tank. Why? Because he's the only character who have stun block on bravery attack, pure defense buff, and taunt ability. His main mechanic revolve around his Shield of Light, which is a part of his backward ground and mid-air bravery attack, which can be changed to Radiance Blade or Radiance Sword when he's on the ground or in mid-air respectively. But the shield part is the key. If he's able to block an attack with his shield, he will get a unique Shield of Light buff for 20 seconds, decrease his damage taken by 20%, and also upgrade both his shield attack. And another thing, the buff can go to level 2 if he can block it again when he still have a buff which double all of the effects. If you think that sounds familiar, it's because it works almost like Garland's Soul of Chaos buff. Got a video right here if you don't know what I'm talking about. But instead of landing an attack, it's blocking instead. What a nice comparison though. Garland's mechanic reward player for playing offensively, while WoW mechanic reward player for playing defensively. These two are really destined to kill each other. I wonder why they are not changing the name of WoW's buff from Shield of Light to Soul of Cosmos. It will make a pretty neat throwback when you think about it. In terms of his popularity or play rate if you will, he is mostly bottom of the barrel. Yeah, that's not really shocking for a character with no background and technically never appeared in the game before. Hell, at least Onion Knight is an actual class. In the first play rate poll, at least the oldest one I can find, he didn't even in the top 10, out of 14. He is basically in the bottom 4. So before I review his most recent play rate, we need to go back to February 4th, 2016. The second patch of the game that I like to call it, buffs to everyone. Basically, this patch increased almost everyone's attack damage for almost every single moves. And apparently WoW's video is the only one I made before this patch update. So unfortunate. So here's an update. All of its close and mid-range melee attack, which includes Ascension, Sword Thrust, crossover, and strike bracket, their attack damage increased by 16, which make Ascension and crossover deal 560 damage, and for sword thrust and strike bracket now deal 544 damage. Radiant's base also getting increased damage scaled by his Shield of Light buff, which increased by 32 per level instead of 480 damage for all rank. Some HP attack got a tiny buff, but somehow his God Slash getting nerfed pretty hard, like damage reduced by 80s. And since that day, barely any of his bravery attack was changed like ever. Every patch after that only tweaked its HP attack. Ultimate Shield has been added 64 bravery damage at the last attack, which makes a total of 320 damage. Ends all changed from having a fixed counter frame to be able to hold the button to extend counter time, which makes it kinda like an upgrade version of Kane Avengers. The only HP attack that getting nerfed is also the most popular one, Bright Saber. It's not only a great combo finisher, but the move is very fast and have a huge horizontal range, which is great against multiple enemies. And adding insult to injury, the size of the blade also scales with the Shield of Light buff. At level 2 is freaking gigantic. And that is why they reduced the attack range in the latest patch, because they realized nobody used other HP attack. But I'm pretty sure most people still using it. So after all this change, how high is his play length rank? Wow. Looks like being on the front of the poster didn't help much. The only thing that is left to talk about is his EX skill, Holy Change. It's basically a giant AoE taunt that lasts for 15 seconds. And by taunt I mean force everyone in the area to look at him and only him. If you think that's not really a good skill, then you have no idea what kind of crap you're going to deal with. Fighting against WoW is already tough because he got a shield, which is the best counter ever. If you're a melee character, please reconsider your decision. And if you're a ranged character, be careful with your projectile though. He's probably not going to counter you, but you might give him a free Shield of Light buff. But that's not even the main problem. The real terror are the other two opponents. They got 15 seconds up, I can just hit you and there's nothing you can do with it. There is barely any way to counter if you can't lock on to a target. If everyone in your team gets stuck in the Holy Chain, your entire team will be an easy target. The best strategy is to keep moving around for the entire 15 seconds, which can still be troublesome if you are not speed type. Either way, you're gonna have a bad time. Speaking of bad time, there are plenty of unique battle sets for WoW that increase the effectiveness for Holy Chain even more. I like to call it Sans build because it utilizes one of EX skill called Bad Time. Bad Time extends all opponent debuff by the half of that debuff duration, but can only be extended by a maximum of 10 seconds. In Holy Chain's case, it will increase duration to 22.5 seconds, making their bad time even longer. But what do you guys think about him? Do you interested in playing him when you get a game? Comments down below. Also, if you want me to talk about your favorite character like this, reply to my comments so I can count it easier. I'm going to count only one character per person, so make it count. As always, thank you for watching. Like, share and subscribe will be really appreciated. And may the light of the crystal guide you.